Hi everyone, this is the astrologer Hassan Jaffer, and this is our website astrotrends.net. And our congratulations, of course, to the young prince and princess of Cambridge. And here's my last update on the royal baby that we said that I felt that they were pushing for the full moon, and Kate was born at full moon, and William on new moon. So both of them were born. It had to be sun moon aspect. So the baby being born full moon, it's quite possible, of course. And based on this, I'd said that the royal baby will be born most likely on 22nd July around noon GMT, and I'll give you the reasoning why. On the 22nd July, of course, the full moon today was in Cancer Capricorn with both parents. Williams is Cancer and she's Capricorn, Kate is. On 23rd, there's also full moon, but from Leo to Aquarius. And I know that Camellia had said that the baby will probably be Leo, but we definitely don't think that's true. And Cancer Capricorn seems much more, and she won't be able to pass this one, so baby is definitely going to be born July 22nd. Now let us go back to our charts here. You see, if you look at Prince William's chart, in the 9th house he's got Mars and Jupiter. And if we take this new chart, so here's Mars at 11 o'clock, Mars and Jupiter. Libra rising, a beautiful baby actually. But if you see 11:30, then Jupiter comes into the 9th house, just like Prince William. And now it's quite possible that Mars might also be there, because he also has Mars and Jupiter both in the 9th house. And now, because he's a Cancer, the moon is in Capricorn, but the 4th house represents the sign of Cancer. So if moon is in the 4th house, it's just like moon in, so one parent being a Cancer, it's the 4th house. So that would make sense a lot. The little one has, this is an amazing chart actually, born at full moon, a monarch being born, and Mars-Jupiter conjunction, which most Olympic athletes are born with, so a tremendous amount of physical energy, and both them trine to Saturn, trine to Neptune. So it's a double grand trine. In fact, it's a triple grand trine in water sign. And the Mars-Neptune gives tremendous amount of energy. People who are very good in gymnastics and swimming and dancing and anything which requires sense of rhythm and physical energy and physical drive. The Mars-Saturn gives tremendous amount of stamina and endurance, and Mars-Jupiter, a sudden burst of energy. The Saturn-Neptune trine indicates all the creative talents the baby would be able to, when they make it something very productive. And Neptune being in Pisces, of course, once in 165 years, is extremely humanitarian aspect, and is trine to Mercury. So white trine was definitely there. And Princess Diana was also born with exactly the same theme, except in her case, Neptune was in Scorpio and Mercury in Cancer. And this child is going to be very, very self-oriented and would like to get things their way. And just like William, he's extremely flexible and seems to go along with everything, and because he has Mercury in Gemini. Where Kate has a bit of a controlling, manipulative aspect, she has Mercury in Aquarius, even though it's close to Venus, makes it quite eloquent the way she speaks, but it's a fixed sign. But it's not really a self-oriented sign, whereas this one is. So like to get things their way. And Mercury-Jupiter gives a scholarly aspect, excellent memory, and fantastic for history as well. There's also Mercury-Pluto opposition. This is a bit of a dictatorial side. That's Mercury-Pluto, so it gives a tremendous amount of power. And it's also exactly, now the Venus being the sign of Leo, is very dramatic, very theatrical. Nicole Kidman is born with that, Sylvester Stallone, and also Tom Cruise born with that. So this is definitely designer clothes. It's not like Kate, that she wears things which look really nice, but they're affordable type. This is totally Yves Saint Laurent and Armani and all that. It's all designer stuff. That's at Venus and Leo. Now both parents also have Kate has Mercury in Aquarius, which is like the Mercury Uranus theme. So there's a lot of themes are they seem to be coming up now. Now here's something very interesting from my own program. Here's a child's program, birth date, and Kate and Prince William. Now there are, you'll notice in this grid, on top is the baby, on the left is the mother, on the right hand side is the father. So the sun-moon aspect, Kate is born with opposition, the full moon. William is born with a conjunction, and the baby will also be born with the full moon. And so there are certain things which are common. For example, the Jupiter and Neptune is an extremely humanitarian aspect, and all three of them are born with. The top one is baby, the left one is Kate, the right one is William. And so this shows what they've inherited from each parent. The one that I'm a bit surprised is the moon. They both have moon trine Jupiter and also square to Mars. But I'm sure, now of course the moon-Mars aspect is a bit similar to Mars being the sign of Cancer, because Cancer is ruled by the moon. So moon, Mars, and Mars in Cancer. I'm sure every one of these aspects will be satisfied once we finish this, once we actually know the exact time of the birth. I'll make the correction on this chart because it's based on 11:30. So either Virgo rising or Libra rising. Libra would make them look very beautiful and very soft and with a strong sense of fairness and justice. And one of the royal aspects is Jupiter right on top of the chart. And the Mars Jupiter is probably all the tradition of the family and the horse riding and equestrian. Capricorn being the mother, the fourth house, the father being a Cancer right on top of the chart. The Cancer Leo. Leo is of course the fame aspect, plus the sun being there. So of course babies, famous right from the birth. Very creative chart also, right from singing to music to quite an inspirational chart actually. A lot of aspects like Princess Diana in fact. So here again are the charts of this is Prince William with all these planets in the 9th house. Of course Mars Saturn conjunction, the major action configuration, the sign of Libra, which applied to one of the parents. And of course the Libra is the fashion capital is Paris, and Princess Diana, while she was in a foreign country traveling, and she had the accident in Paris. That's partly this indication actually. And in the little baby's chart, Mars Jupiter also being in the 9th house, I'm sure. We don't have the time birth of Kate, but I feel that she has Aquarius rising, not Sagittarius rising. So all these planets will be in the 9th house. It was a bit of a secret love, you might say. They had to keep it secret before from the public. And she's Capricorn Aquarius. That would also put Cancer and Leo in the 7th house of marriage. And of course the Leo, she's married to a king or a future king. He's a prince. Now Prince William's time birth we do have, and he has Sagittarius rising. It's got Mars, Jupiter, everything in his 7th house of marriage. The Jupiter moon is of course tremendous article of spiritual happiness and family reunions and happiness in the family, which will continue for some time. And Mars indicates an element of strife, but of course his wife is in labor and all that, and being born the full moon. And I don't think this is an easy delivery anyways, and especially around noon, in the morning it's much easier. Around the noon it goes against the rhythm. But that Jupiter is a very good protection, so there's an element of strife, but hopefully there's no episiotomy or anything like that. But Jupiter is a very lucky theme in this respect. Uranus in his 3rd house is actually was opposing Mars, which is one of the aspects of freak action of the head and spine last 2-3 years, but now it's going away. And Uranus aspect of Saturn is very interesting because it's a break from the tradition, because Saturn represents the past, the conservative side, and Uranus indicates the side view which is futuristic. And when you're going away from a certain traditional aspect, that's about that Uranus-Saturn theme actually. Prince William also has Jupiter right on top of the chart. One of the aspects of monarchies you'll always find the best of them have Jupiter right on top near the 10th house, and so does the baby, I would imagine. So this was your chart. When we get the exact time, we'll do some more analysis, and in the meantime you can visit our website astrotrends.net, and this will give you some of the insight. Will keep you posted as far as the royal baby is concerned.